E-Learning in the 21st Century, a Community of Inquiry Framework. I am Naila, and today is February 5th, 2017. Class is about to start. Please run audio setup wizard. Lower your hand once you join. Virtual listeners, you can start your audio setup and follow the directions. We will begin with the quality check. Please give me a green check yes if you see a red record button on the right upper corner. And give me a green check if you see quality check at the top. Good. And give me a green check yes if you can adequately hear me. Amna, are you hearing me correctly? Give me a green check. Okay, good. Let's try to focus. Turn off your phone, close the door, put a do not disturb sign, and try to relax. Think of a peaceful and happy place. Learning objectives. By the end of this session today, student instructors will be able to apply Community of Inquiry Framework to use in instructional technologies and blended learning. They will be able to develop some guidelines and follow them for practice in their field using the COI framework. We previously have discussed the theoretical framework of COI when we were following the assigned reading by Dr. Randy Garrison in the E-Learning in the 21st Century. Now we are moving to the practical application of this framework to provide an effective online learning experience. A range of learning technologies have recently evolved which have played an important role in transforming learning and teaching in higher education. So participants and virtual listeners, using text chat, write one learning technology that you have recently used and have found it helpful in learning. Amna, you can go ahead and write, okay, good. Any learning technology that you might have used in your online courses. Okay, Google Classroom discussion and polling. And I see Amna is trying to write something. Let's move on. We are going to talk about learning technologies. A range of learning technologies that have evolved over the past few decades. The educators have realized that these technologies can provide more collaborative online learning experience and can enhance teaching. Examples of these being used are a World Wide Web, learning management system, social media, and MOOCs are the massive online open courses. In addition to these, we are seeing a utility of blended learning, which is transforming the higher education, and it is at the center of educational approaches being used today. Whether we use a combination of face-to-face with online or synchronous versus asynchronous blended learning, it has provided connectivity over distance and time, and also blended learning, it has provided an opportunity to think and learn collaboratively. So we have a quiz question here. You can select one best option. The stem of the question is that an interactive online course is indicated by the following 4 characteristics. You can read the different options and choose the most appropriate. So let me publish the responses to the whiteboard. So D seems to be the consensus. So let's see what the correct answer is. So you are correct. Both B and C characteristic, which are that online courses need to be flexible and adaptable so that we can modify based on the response and our own experiences. And good online courses are an iterative process of testing, retesting, and revision based on our experience and observation. We need to modify them and include the newer technologies as they evolve and adapt them in our teaching. Guidelines for practice. These guidelines from the current chapter 7 to 9 in our textbook provide the educators some techniques to design, facilitate, and direct learning activities. We have seen previously that COI framework comprises of 3 interdependent elements, which are social presence, cognitive presence, and teaching presence. Out of these, the teaching presence, as displayed in the corner model or the Venn diagram that you can see in the slide, it is the educator or the teaching presence that can really be the glue or can create an effective learning community. A teacher can incorporate social presence and cognitive presence in all 3 facets of teaching presence, or she can incorporate both these social presence and cognitive presence in instructional design, facilitation, and direct learning activities. So to better understand these guidelines, let's try to work through a case study. We are presented with this scenario. Virtual listeners, you can follow the case study and then write your response on a piece of paper. So the scenario is that Sam is a teacher. He teaches a face-to-face graduate course in a university. He has been asked to design a new online course. He has never taught an online class and is new to e-learning concept. You are using Community of Inquiry framework in your online teaching and have found it very useful. Sam would like to incorporate some best practices in the field for his planned course. He has reached out to you to seek advice. For Sam to design an interactive online course, make some recommendations to him regarding use of technology for instructional design, facilitation, and direct instruction. So here are the instructions at the bottom for working through the case studies. Participants will be moved to breakout rooms and will have 3 minutes to write 3 broad suggestions for Sam. Participants will be given a 1-minute warning before being moved back to the main room. Before we come back, please decide who will be your spokesperson. So let me move you to room number 1. We're back. Okay. So thank you for making these recommendations. Both will be helpful for an interactive course for Sam to design. So let's move to the next section, which is, this slide is connection to the field. In my proposed climate change online course, I plan to incorporate technology, use of Pilot online learning management system and Blackboard collaborative interface to enhance instructional design, facilitation, and direct instruction. In summary, Community of Inquiry is a template for educators to offer successful online learning by facilitating and engaging educational settings. These are my references, and thank you for your attention.